It's time now to Ask the Expert. Here to answer your questions live on air about cruises is travel agent Susan Green. All right, Judy from Prescott says, I have heard that the Panama Canal is having trouble with water and some cruises have already been canceled. What's the word on taking a full transit Panama Canal cruise in the future? I've heard this too.
Yeah, so right now all the cruises are functioning for the Panama Canal. The cruises, when you sign and buy a cruise, there is this small itty bitty print that you're never ever going to read that says that they have the right to change where they're going. So just know that if it is a time that you want to go, there are better times to travel to the Panama Canal where the water levels are higher.
Which are?
Which would be during the end of the summer and into the fall time, which is more of the wetter season.
Oh, good.
So when you have wetter, you're going to have more water.
Yes. Okay, good. Wendy from Chandler says, I can book everything I need on the cruise line's website. What is the advantage of using a travel agent? That's a legitimate question.
Totally. We get this asked every single day. So we tell people this. Booking yourself, we totally understand. However, there are hundreds and hundreds of cruise lines out there.
Yeah.
And so the problem is your vacation is our priority.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that, hey, everything looks fabulous over here. Let's make sure that you're actually on the right cruise, that you're on the right route, that you're going at the right time, that you didn't just buy that small deal because it flashed and looked beautiful.
Right.
That we're like, hey, let's make sure it's right for you. And that's what an expert can do for you.
You're going to vet it. You're going to
make sure it's
it.
the right one. Hey, that ship is not actually what you think it's going into dry dock and getting redone. We're going to tell you.
Yeah, and when something goes wrong, you're going to be on speed dial.
Yeah, exactly. You got one person to talk to.
Exactly. All right. Susie from Phoenix says, I want to take a river cruise, but have seen they are so much more expensive and full payment is due much earlier. How can I take a European river cruise without breaking the bank?
Well, there's a couple different cruise lines out there in the river world, and some of them do require full payment a year in advance. That happened after COVID.
Okay.
So some of them don't. Some of them are 90 days. So there's that one option. The second thing is you have to look at what is included on a river cruise versus what's included on we call an ocean cruise. River cruising includes all of your food. It also includes your activities when you get off of the boat. Okay, so that does include, you're walking around Copenhagen or all these different places that you're going to go. So you have to kind of sit down, and sometimes we do that. We do a spreadsheet and go, hey, here's how much this is going to cost, and this is how much this is going to cost.
And this is why it's more expensive.
Yeah, and this is why it's more expensive. But again, it goes back to what do you want? If you really want that river cruise, maybe we're going to put it a year out. We're going to do payments, and you're going to go for the trip of your dreams instead of going on a trip that you don't want and spending half the money.
Yeah. Oh, good distinction. Leo from Mesa says, trip insurance is so expensive. We're going to Europe this summer. Should I buy trip insurance? The insurance question is always up in the air.
We get asked that every single day also. And I would say before COVID, we were about a 50-50, and now we're about a 90-10. So you got to realize there's two portions part on insurance. One is trip cancellation, which is almost going to be covered for covered reasons. That's like a medical, I broke my arm, I lost my job, I can't go. And then there's another portion that is going to be medical insurance while you travel. You got to really think about that. I am on the state insurance like Obamacare, right? I don't have insurance when I leave the United States. So that means I fall, I break my arm, how am I going to be taken care of when I'm in Paris, right? So you got to realize that there are some things, and some people want just one and some people want both. You are always allowed to buy insurance up until you go. The big thing to think about is if you have a pre-existing condition. I'm an asthmatic. I cannot purchase insurance that will cover me after 14 days of my deposit on a trip because I'm too much of a risk. If they want to cover asthma, they'll cover everything else, but if I have an asthma attack, they're not going to cover that.
I see.
So you have to know your dates and stuff like that. Again, it is really important to talk with an expert, whether it's the cruise line, whether it's a travel advisor. You want to talk to someone that understands insurance.
Excellent advice, Susan. Thank you. Thank you so very much. We appreciate it.